Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farzanah Binti Rashid.
Hi, my name is Fatini Binti Shamsudin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najiha Binti Azmi.
My name is Anisah Binti Saidi. So, our group will be presenting our topic titled The Use of Electrical Stunning in the Slaughtering of Cattle. The law of slaughtering halal meat is obligatory for Muslims no matter where it is. Therefore, all Muslims who are obedient to his teaching will only choose meat that has gone through the slaughter process based on Sharia. With the increasing number of Muslims, the number of demand for halal meat is also increasing. Now, to provide a large amount of production, then the factory has taken the initiative to provide halal meat in large quantities. In order to ensure halal meat, slaughterhouse managers need to be sensitive to Sharia-compliant slaughter method. It is because human eye can sometimes make mistake when you face with a large quantity of cattle every day. So, to overcome the problem of too many slaughter cattle every day, there are various types technological facilities have been introduced, such as stunning methods. These methods can help the process of slaughtering livestock become easier if in large quantities. Therefore, our group will explain the contents such as concept of electrical stunning, types of electrical stunning, different electrical stunning and non-stunning slaughtering methods, Islamic view of electrical stunning, and lastly, issue of stunning.
Electrical stunning is one method that applied a slow electric current to the animal before at the slaughterhouse. This method will cause the animals to be affected. This electric shock become ankle and fainted momentarily. The current rate of electricity is always in control and the percentage has been on set. During the stunning slaughter process, the right amount of electric current is required and the period of time that must be observed while the stunning procedure is carried out. Failure to adhere to the specific schedule results in the animal being slaughtered into a dead carcass before it can be slaughtered.
Two types of electrical stunning, which are heat-only and heat-to-body electrical stunnings. In heat-only stunnings, the heart tends to not be affected. However, in heat-to-body stunnings, the heart could also be affected and therefore the stuns might not be reversible. Heat-only electrical stunnings. These types of electrical stunnings involve intrasectional application of electric current to provide tonic seizure. Most Muslims favor this way of electrical stunnings during halal slaughter because the death of animal does not occur as the consequences of the stun. According to Malaysian standards, the amount of the current applied depends on the animals. The tongs can either be manually placed across the head, within the electrode behind the one eyes, and other behind the contrary eyes or front of the ear, or automatically by purpose-built device. The unconsciousness lasts between 20 to 100 seconds as measured by the resumption of normal breathing. Cattle neck should be cut within 12 and 23 seconds after the stun. Head-to-body electrical stunnings. This method of electrical stunnings induce epilepsy within the brain, followed by fibrillations to make sure that the animal does not regain any consciousness. The strategy has significance animal welfare, healthy and safety advantage over head-only electrical stunnings. The irreversible nature of head-to-body electrical stunnings along with the spinal discharge also ensure that the post-stun conversions synonymous with the head-only stunnings and prevent an mobile animal result, which is safer and easier to figure out. The induction of fibrillations also ensure that the possible bruisings or case following the stunning through slaughter, as example, during the impacts whilst rolling out the stun pen, is reduced, and research has shown that overall bleed out is not affected the result of fibrillations. Despite of the benefit of head-to-body electrical stunnings, it is not according to halal standards in keeping the main halal standards. This is often due to the fibrillations of heart that may be eventually cause the death of the animal if not slaughtered.
Okay, so I would like to explain about the differences between the electrical stunning and the non-stunning slaughtering method. So, there are various methods of modern slaughtering technique that are being used and become the controversy due to its method, which might hurt the animals during the slaughtering. Most of the Islamic scholars approve some of the method, but some of the Muslims are reluctant to approve the modern slaughtering because they believe it might violate the slaughtering rules, which hurts the animal during the slaughtering that can cause death to animals. Okay, so in a traditional method, the consciousness of the animal is a must during the slaughtering because it is one of the main principles during the slaughtering. Cutting the neck without the stunning can cause cerebral ischemia, which deprives the oxygen to go to the brain, and the blood will rapidly empty from the brain. Therefore, it can act as the painkiller, which disables the sensory and causes animal to become insensitive to pain. Meanwhile, using electrical stunning during the slaughtering has become one of the obligatory procedure in many countries such as USA and Australia. However, if we really use this method, we need to make sure that the voltage that used during the slaughtering must not exceed the normal voltage. The recommended voltage that we can use is between 70 V and 250 V. But for slaughtering cattle, it must be 110 V for about 0.5 to 1 seconds. So, by following the appropriate voltage, the animal will lose their consciousness and breathe again after a few minutes. Voltage current is not enough. It may affect the animal by immobilize them physically. So, in Islam, we must make sure that the animals will not die before the slaughtering. So, there is a difference between using the electrical stunning and non-using the electrical stunning. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Muzakara has decided that the stunning electrical shock method is allowed subject to the following conditions. First, the stunner used is a head-only stunner. Second, the strength of the electric current shall be controlled, shall not exceed the limit set, which is between 0.75 amperes for goats, 2.0 amperes for cattle, and the duration of the electric current is between 3 to 6 seconds and must be supervised by a qualified Muslim officer.
Now I will explain several issues of stunning. The issue of stunning is very delicate whether done by pneumatic percussive stunning, electrical stunning, thoracic sticking, and water stunner, in the sense that there are many conditions and criteria that must be considered. So, the first issue is, for reason of the animal welfare, the act of stunning is extremely disliked and according to some even reaches the stage of being haram, as it causes the animal unnecessary suffering. For example, through the stunning process, animals are subjected to electrical stunning to weaken the nervous system before entering the slaughter process. According to the physician, as a result of the study, they conclude that the practice of applying electrical stunning to animals before being killed as practiced by the West inflicts excruciating pain on animals. After that, what is more important is how it affects the Islamic rules regarding whether the animal is suitable or not to be eaten by Muslims. The Islamic criteria that must be met while slaughtering an animal are clear, and deviation from it will make the animal unfit to be eaten by Muslims. Among the guidelines established for a halal slaughter is the unwavering fundamental that the animal must be alive at the time of slaughter and the blood must be drained out. For example, the animal was detected to have fainted as soon as it received CBP shot, and EEG showed a very painful reading in the animal. The heart of the animal stopped beating earlier after being shocked than the slaughtered animal. The condition causes a lot of blood to still accumulate in the meat, and it is actually not safe to eat. Next, it has been noted that the problem of that animal reaching the slaughterer is always present in all the slaughterhouses that use the stunning method. For example, animals, especially chicken, die before being slaughtered due to stunning. It is also proven that a large amount of blood remains in the animal, which renders it haram. Finally, the animal has become a carcass, and when it becomes a carcass, then the animal is no longer halal. The process of slaughtering done after that becomes futile because it was dead. Indirectly, there is a waste of animal meat. The animal is also deprived of the effect of tasmiyah, as it would be unconscious at the time of slaughter.
In conclusion, slaughtering in Islam is very important because we as a Muslim can only eat various kind of meat that is being slaughtered in Islamic way. The reason why we need to eat meat that is being slaughtered in Islamic way is because the slaughterer will be mentioned the name of God during the slaughtering process, which as a sign as the food that we taken is for our survival, and we are also thanking God for the sustenance that He provided for us. So I think that is all from our group. Thanks for focusing and listening, and goodbye.